Hi, friends. Hope everybody's doing well. So I'm back to week 5 and of how I was feeling when I was getting over my heartbreak. So this is week 5. I feel as though that I was doing so much better. But before we start, can you please subscribe, hit the notification bell, thumbs up, and comment if you want later on after or just let me know how you're feeling. If you're feeling down, you're not alone, okay? So week 5 of my heartbreak, and from what I'm reading, I'm actually starting to just come along. So what I wrote is my birthday is coming up. I sent him a text just to remind him of the wonderful time we had the year before I asked to see him. He got back to me only to tell me that he was seeing someone else. That actually didn't bother me. He did the same thing several times before, only to come back to me. I'm starting to wonder, do I really want that? Do I want a man who will come and go just because he think he has found someone better? Just a thought. I've never had that before. I'm reading a great book, The Confident Woman by Joyce Myers. It's awesome. I'm starting to see myself differently. Reading it is really helping me to get control of my emotions. It's helping me see myself as God sees me. I can see why he does not respect me because I have no respect for myself. That's a big thing. You have to respect yourself because if you don't love yourself, and I always say that, who will? Nobody. You have to love yourself to get that respect and that love, that because you know what you deserve. You know what to accept and what not to accept. I was so worried about him finding someone better than me. I was so insecure. And I was like really insecure. Even though I had confidence in my girl abilities, I didn't have confidence in myself. So I didn't have confidence in myself to know that everything I wanted, I can actually do it on my own. So I was kind of like latching onto the money. But whatever, that's how that went. But I got burnt. I fell in love, but that taught me a lot. um so it wasn't about me. I had to talk to him. I had to talk to him all the time. I was so worried that if he was not around, he would forget about me. I constantly begged for his love and attention. I never once thought about loving myself. Just something to think about. So that was week 5. Going into week 5, I'm gonna go into like week 6, like another week of, because I really just started reading a whole lot and just discovering starting to just function properly just by reading and understanding myself and getting control of my emotions and just seeing things like differently. So this is week 6. It's like I'm reading this book, The Art of Extreme Care by Cheryl Richardson. This is a good one. She has a challenge for me to face myself in a mirror and say I love me. I'm not sure if I can do it. Just the thought of who I see in a mirror is a bit scary, and this is me talking. It was scary. Like I couldn't look at myself because I didn't know who I was. I didn't see myself as anything. I was lost. I mean, all I did was ever take care of people. So, I was out of divorce for 20 years. I was getting over a really hard time with that. And then I was married like before that too. So, I was married at 17, and then I separated and got really literally got divorced and got married again. So I was never really on my own. Then my kids and everything. So I was kind of just lost in the sauce. I kind of lost my identity in all of those years. So, I mean, I'm like in my 40s at this point. So, it was a bit scary to look at myself in the mirror and not see the person that I know that I was at some point in my life way back when. So back to what I said, when I was writing, I'm like, I'm not sure if I can do it. Just the thought of who I see in a mirror is a bit scary. I've been learning so much about me. I don't believe I know me. I faced myself in a mirror today and I cried like a baby. I was looking into the eyes of a stranger, an insecure, inadequate, unloved stranger. And that's exactly how I felt. Like I remember the first time looking in that mirror and I was just like, who are you? I don't even like you. Anyway, so like this like it's kind of making me tear up because wow, it was such a crazy time in my life and it was just like I was so lost, and I was always trying to find my securities in someone else, and now that I think about it, it kind of sucked. And anyway, is that what he saw when he looked at me, an insecure little child who had no idea of her value? I'm like 90% positive that's exactly what he saw when he looked at me, because that's what I saw. So that's how I behaved, like an insecure little child. Again, I can see why he could not bring himself to love me, for I had no love for myself. I'm not sure he I'm sure he was thinking, how can she love me when she does not love herself? Which is probably, you know, probably what people do think. Like, how can she love me? She don't even know how to love herself. It's been over a week. I'm still trying to find myself. I don't cry anymore. I just say I love you to the woman that's looking back at me in the mirror. So I guess the week 6 going into week 7, I did it the whole week. And um I'm still trying to find myself. I'm still trying to figure out who I am. But I went to that mirror every day and I was like, I love you. Well, first it was just like, I don't even know you, but I love you. I know you're in there somewhere. And I mean, that was a really hard exercise. So, but I do recommend it because it was good. It worked. You can find yourself in a mirror. Yes, you can. It's like I don't cry anymore. I love you to be. Mm, I say I love you to the woman looking at back at me, and I ask that person, where is the woman that I once knew? It's just so crazy. Then I look deep into my eyes trying to find something of the person I once was. I know I'm in there somewhere. I'm just lost. I'm just lost, like lost. Oh my God. So week 7, I'm just gonna go like back to week 7. So I pretty much did 5, 6, and 7. Oh no, 6 and 7. But so week 7, I'm busy. I'm so busy trying to find myself. I forgot to think about him. So that's cool. I don't look at his cells or calls or texts anymore. I don't look for his calls or texts anymore. I work out, I shop, I read, and I tell myself I love me every night. I still cry every now and again, mostly at night when I'm going to sleep. I'm not sure if I cry for him or myself, but I do cry. And I pray mostly for strength to get past all of this. This is still in week 7. I sent him a message today, just a quick hello. I'm not sure if he's going to get back to me. I don't think it's going to make or break my day if I don't hear from him. A day later, today was a great day. I did not think about him for hours. I'm beginning to wonder if that's the reason why I'm having a great day. So, I started just literally working on myself. I started to just see myself as the beautiful, wonderful person that I am. And if somebody else can't see me that way, then that's just their problem. It is an amazing exercise to do. It's a beautiful thing. Sometimes we just get so lost. We get so caught up in just so much stuff. Like I said, the Porsche, the nice truck, the view of New York City, that penthouse. I mean, not really penthouse, but a really, really high up apartment. And he was all around nice guy to me when we were together. Not nice. I mean, he made me feel really good. And, that's where I found my happiness in somebody else at that time. And you have to find your happiness within yourself. You have to wake up every day just happy to be alive. You have to wake up every day and, accept the person that you are, love the person that you are, and just be you and do you. Don't try to be anything else because it's not going to work. It's just a lot of shenanigans. I also would like to say that, if you're going through something, read books, like, pick up books, read, write. I mean, I wrote poems. I get some of them in later, but try your best to be better. Try your best to move on. And I hated it when people would say, you just need to move on, or you need to just forget about him or forget about it. It's hard to forget about somebody you love. It's hard to forget about somebody that you really want to be with more than anything in the world. Besides my children, it's, but just like that, as in a romantic type of, I want to be with him forever as my lover, my friend, my everything. Unfortunately, he didn't feel the same way, and there was pretty, signs everywhere for that. Um, just try to let go of all of that you're having for him, and try to, or her, and try to work on yourself. Try to believe in yourself. Try to love yourself as much as you love that person that's treating you bad. I mean, just think, if it was like a really good friend of yours or something, the advice that you would give them. I always gave everybody else like all of this cool advice and everything, and I would just be like, you don't need to take this, and all of that and everything. And I didn't give myself that advice. I didn't look at myself and say, you're beautiful, you're lovely, you're fine, you're a decent person. What I would see in other people, I didn't see in myself. And that right there was a big mistake. That right there was pretty much why I was probably in so many damaging relationships, because I didn't see myself. And 90% of the time, the person that I was with probably in the beginning saw me as like a beautiful, decent, grown up person or whatever. And then I feel as though as they get the as he got to know me and saw how dependent I became on him, that he did lose respect, and I mean, or just never had a chance to gain any respect or love from me, because like I always say, how could he, how could he love me when I didn't really love myself? How could he know me when I didn't even know myself? I was just trying to be everything he wanted me to be and not be myself. So do you, okay? Do you, and read up. Like I said, we had the Joyce Myers and we had the Cheryl. Let me look at that. I gotta remember. I can't remember. um anyway, as I'm trying to figure that out, just Cheryl Richardson, The Art of Extreme Care. Um, that was a really, really good book. There's a lot of exercises in it. And I also, just I kept a journal and I wrote, like as you can see, but I wrote everything and everything down, how I was feeling, and I just put it all together. And I was just going over some of the book, and I'll tell you how we met and all that stuff, and how things progressed, and how you might actually be able to see in the middle of it, like or how I'm explaining it, how I started becoming really dependent on this man's love that I never really had. So just take your time. If somebody's calling, you calling somebody and they're not calling you back, don't keep calling them. Let them reach out to you. Don't be the chased or be chased. Men like a chase. They like that, but don't play the game. It's not worth it. And yeah, so that's it for today. How am I loving him toward me? How to love myself, and that was week 6 and 7. And as you can, as I'm reading, I mean, I've started getting myself together. I still cried. I still was sad. I still get sad sometimes now. When you love somebody, or at least when I love somebody, I never stop loving them, because love is true and real, and my love is strong. It doesn't go away. So that's it for today. I gotta fix my foot because I'm just like sitting here. It's like going to sleep. So that is it for today. I hope you can get something from my experience, and maybe you don't have to go through it alone, but you will be okay. You will be fine, and you are beautiful, and you are loved. God bless. Have a super awesome day. And please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and a thumbs up if you can. And if you need to message me, please reach out. I would love to talk to you. Okay? Bye, friends.